Thanks, Manny. Hello, I'm Colonel Dwight Sones, Director of the Transit Center here at Manas in Kyrgyzstan. I've been in the Air Force for 22 years, and as a pilot I've had the opportunity to travel the world. And I'll tell you, when I arrived here in Kyrgyzstan this past June of 2010, I was most impressed immediately with the hospitality, the friendships, the culture, and the physical beauty of Kyrgyzstan itself. Each and every day the Transit Center is working hard to support the efforts in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. And we can't do that without the support of our local Kyrgyz partners. Our mission, while here at the Transit Center, is to air refuel aircraft in Afghanistan, to move heavy equipment and cargo downrange on our airlift aircraft, and to support, through onward movement, the movement of Marines, soldiers, sailors, and airmen into Afghanistan. And finally, the fourth piece of our mission is a humanitarian assistance that we have around the Transit Center and throughout Kyrgyzstan. When it comes time for me to go home next summer, it's going to be difficult. My family is not here, but I will tell you that I feel as if I'm part of the family here in Kyrgyzstan. The partnerships and friendships that we've built over the past several years, and even this year, have been tremendous. And we couldn't do our mission without each and every one of our Kyrgyz partners on a day-to-day basis. I'd like to thank you for all your support and hope that you enjoy this video, seeing both the Kyrgyz as well as United States partners working close together each and every day at the Transit Center. Thank you.
Here at the clinic, it's our job to keep everyone healthy. We see about 1,800 patients a month. This includes emergency care for our Kyrgyz employee partners. With less than 30 medics, we maintain the most complicated resource, the human body. Whether military members are here for an entire year or just a few hours, we provide them the medical care that they need.
Medics also serve as specialized consultants for humanitarian assistance programs. The clinic staff is involved in more than a dozen projects to help strengthen village clinics and Bishkek hospitals. The Kyrgyz State Medical Institute has even asked our doctors to serve as instructors to further their education in emergency care. What brings you in today, ma'am?
Americans are helping us a lot with medical supplies. They make us happy. They raise our mood. We are far away from home, but the Americans come to visit. We feel happy. Thank you very much.
Supporting the KC-135 and C-17 air crews takes a very diverse team of specialists. Weather experts provide up-to-the-minute forecasts, allowing air crews to thoroughly plan their missions. Intelligence specialists also brief them on possible threats.
We fly the KC-135, a flying gas station, refueling combat aircraft. In 2009, we offloaded more than 600 million gallons of fuel into nearly 4,000 aircraft.
The majority of soldiers and Marines who pass through here already bring their protective gear with them. However, 25,000 airmen receive more than 500,000 pieces of equipment annually here. On their way home from Afghanistan, the body armor and cold weather gear are returned. Everything is inspected and cleaned before reissued to other airmen.
The Transit Center provides logistical support to move more than 750 tons of mobility bags, 350 tons of cargo, and 35 tons of mail per month.
The Transit Center has invested $31 million in making airfield improvements. We're expanding parking locations to keep from crowding the Manas International Airport.
Of course, we still haven't learned how to use these devices. There are a lot of new equipment that we have never seen or never worked with before. We like working with the Americans because everything is comfortable and the equipment is present. People are nice, treatment is nice. And what is really important, no delay with the salaries, which is good.
We move a steady flow of troops into and out of Afghanistan on the C-17, which is the newest and most advanced cargo aircraft in the United States inventory. Each month we move about 40,000 troops.
The Transit Center's Humanitarian Assistance Office uses professional expertise to enhance the Kyrgyz government facilities and clinics. They also have teams assess these facilities to see if the Department of Defense can support projects such as structural upgrades or if there's immediate need for clothing, medicine, or school supplies. More than $2.2 million was spent fiscal year 2010.
The majority of your citizens who work here help us with the day-to-day bed down, feeding, and entertainment of troops. Everything from our fitness center to recreation activities will rely on your help to make them run smoothly. You also help us serve more than 10,000 meals per day at 4 different dining facilities. And you provide clean living areas and linens for our members to sleep. We are also treated to live bands who come here to perform.
These medical supplies are very important for us. There are antibiotics of the 3rd generation. We need them very much because of the 11 surgery departments. All the patients there need antibacterial medication. Most of our patients come to our clinic from the remote areas of Kyrgyzstan with complications after surgeries, and we have to complete the surgery one more time. And these are patients who need 3 different types of antibiotics, which Americans brought to us today.
About 200 airmen and civilians at the Transit Center are responsible for maintaining KC-135 and C-17 aircraft. We also launch and recover transient C-5, C-130, and other commercial airframes.
The Transit Center operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For the flight line, this means maintainers, aircrew, and aircraft are constantly moving. It requires focused attention from everyone who works together as one cohesive team. While an aircraft is being launched, another team is maintaining the support equipment used on aircraft, such as generators, lights, and heaters.
Because the Transit Center is not an open installation, we frequently invite the media out to cover events and to see our day-to-day operations. Throughout the year, we host many people from your communities, such as military members, civic leaders, students, and friends and families of our Kyrgyz partners.
Maintainers adhere to strict standards to keep the aircraft airworthy and the people safe. Here you go.
Thanks. A constant flow of airmen take care of the aircraft to include crew chiefs, specialists, and backshop maintainers.
On any given day, there are between 1,000 and 2,000 service members waiting for a flight. We are responsible for their security on the Transit Center. In addition, the flight line security is maintained by both airmen and your border patrol assigned to the Manas International Airport. We partner with your military, government, and professional corps for information exchanges. Dog handlers, firefighters, and other emergency responders are among the airmen who play a part in these information exchanges.
The Transit Center also operates the largest fuels bladder farm in the Department of Defense, which can hold more than 3.8 million gallons. Airmen operate trucks 24/7 to supply KC-135s for the air refueling mission, as well as C-17s carrying cargo and passengers.
In fiscal year 2010, the Transit Center's economic impact was $124 million. This included lease payments, fees to the Manas International Airport, contracts, and humanitarian assistance projects. We look to the local community as our first source for acquiring goods and services. Half of our contracts and about 40% of our goods come from you, totaling $38 million. Military members spend about $1.2 million of their own money. At the Transit Center, they purchase goods and souvenirs at the weekly bazaar and shops. Others go on cultural and shopping trips, visiting local markets, stores, and restaurants.
Our airfield management team in the Manas International Airport use interpreters and liaisons to keep the runway safe. This way, Kyrgyz aviation specialists and our pilots are able to effectively communicate.
All military members assigned to the Transit Center have the opportunity to volunteer for humanitarian assistance missions in the surrounding communities.
Different organizations like the Manas Area Benefit Outreach Society, or MABOS, help enrich various non-profit causes. Many volunteer on their only day off.
We started a formal program to exchange ideas and cultural experiences by naming local civic leaders in your community honorary commanders. Each of our commanders reach out to their honorary commander for inclusion in unit functions and transit center events. Those who are selected as honorary commanders will have the title for 1 year before entering the alumni as we build our partnerships and friendships for the future.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our Partnership in Action video. As I mentioned earlier, our ability to accomplish the mission each and every day at the Transit Center is not possible without our Kyrgyz partners' assistance and hospitality. Our ability to deliver fuel, onward movement of troops, and heavy equipment and cargo into Afghanistan, as well as our ability to deliver humanitarian assistance in and around Bishkek and throughout Kyrgyzstan is made possible by the friendships and relationships we've built over many years. And we know that those friendships and relationships will last for years to come. I'd like to thank you for your support, and if you'd like to keep up with the Transit Center and our latest happenings, log on to www.transitcentermanas.no. Thank you for your support and your friendship.